So, I didn't expect to make this video, but I was suggested to check this mod out. It was pretty short, only really lasting about 20 minutes, but little did I know that this mod actually had a very solid story and really caught my interest, even though it has Monika showing her bazongas. So this mod was made about a year ago by the various artists, and as this person stated, this was the beginning of the not safe for work arc of the 12 shits of shit. What a name. The synopsis is that you and Monika are alone in the club. Tensions are high and things are discovered as you finally unburden yourselves from unnecessary pillars of civilization, such as clothes. Set your eyes upon Monika's magic. Now, let me say that this mod is very misleading with that synopsis, but it's sort of true, I guess. I was very shocked because yeah, at first glance, this is nothing more but a shitpost. I mean, let's be honest. But looking into the mod and slowly reading it, there was a lot more here than I would have originally thought. I'm also kind of impressed. Hey, subscribe, I got some great videos. Also leave a comment on what I should talk about next. I'm running out of video ideas, please help! So the mod starts off with the protagonist entering the club room, and this first scene really showcased the entire mod. This is peak fiction. The MC throws his bag and knocks over a desk in the process. Monika is so done with his shit, and yeah, you could just tell their dynamic right off the bat. MC is intimidating Monika like a 3-year-old and comes off as just an immature guy. Really, that's kind of his whole character. He's just kind of like a lovable jerk, and he's a little too carefree. This is also the first I've seen Monika so done with someone. Very little do I ever see Monika this not composed. Normally in other mods, her character is always the person to go for help and advice, and she's normally composed and stuff, but here, she really just doesn't like the MC for obvious reasons. Their dynamic in general reminds me so much of other mods that I've played, which kind of have the same dynamic, but instead of Monika and MC, it's actually with the MC and Natsuki instead. But anyway, so we notice that nobody else has shown up in the club, and we get some very not nice joke. Whoa, no! So MC decides to walk out of the club because no one's here, emphasis on no one, and Monika stops him with certain blackmail. The MC steals Sayori's bras because he wants to practice unhooking them. Yeah, okay. Monika then teases MC because yeah, he's a loser, and then MC says that he has a crush on someone. Monika tries to ask if it's someone in the club, but MC says they're all too quirky. Honestly, I get that. This mod then takes a very interesting turn that I would have never really expected. For once, MC isn't so dense and realizes that Sayori is in love with him. That's a first. And when Monika asks why he hasn't pursued anything with her, MC says that he's still young and he wants to do other things. That if he dates Sayori, he's almost expected to put a ring on her. Monika then sort of understands and recalls a similar story to where she met a guy in the debate club and he was kind of just perfect. She then stated that if she had dated the perfect guy, then she would have always remained a perfect person, which is something that she never wants. Monika wants to live and take risk. She never really has up until this point, since she always got straight A's and had a strict schedule, so dating a perfect guy and having a perfect relationship makes her think that she never really took any chances, and all she did was follow a perfect walkthrough of a perfect life. I was honestly kinda shocked. I've never really seen anything like this in a DDLC mod, or really many stories. I've seen this more in real life than anything else actually. Honestly, whenever I do see this topic never really gets explored, and when it does, at least from the stories that I've seen, it's always meant as a, wow, you're such a jerk, you know what I mean? Like, it's never really expanded upon. It's always just meant for another hurdle for the protagonist or one of the side characters or whatever to go through. Honestly, the fact that Monika and the MC both sort of relate to this is kinda shocking. And when I think about it, it's also believable for Monika's character. I've always liked how Monika had to keep up this perfect facade and is forced to be perfect. That's part of why I love her character so much. There's also just so much you can do with that idea, and I'm honestly shocked that it's the first time I'm seeing someone add this to her character. It honestly makes sense for her, and I'd love a whole story where Monika just says fuck it and goes to parties and lets loose and actually lives a life. Also, just that whole idea, as I said before, is just surprisingly relatable, and I 100% get it. It sort of struck a chord with me when I first read it. When I first opened this mod, I was just reading everything fast and just spamming the spacebar, just so I can get through everything, but once I got to this point, I really started paying attention. And I'm glad I did, because the more you get into this, the more it gets interesting. And no, not because you just see the titties. I'm not sure if anyone else has felt this way or dealt with someone feeling this way at all, or if anyone really agrees with the MC and Monika's take on this. Please tell me in the comments below how you feel. But for me personally, it sure made me feel a lot of things and also made me remember something. It's kinda cringe, but long story short, I knew someone who had this exact same mindset. We were both kids and I was so in love with them. And when they broke things off with me, they said something very similar. That they wanted a chance to do other things, to go to parties and to not be chained down to things like, sorry honey, I'm coming home late so I won't have a chance to call you or tell you goodnight. And as a kid, I never understood it. I was so upset at the time and I never got why they traded a possible forever for nothing. But the thing is that it wasn't nothing. We're both still young and have so much left to explore and experience. It's a hard decision to make, but it leads into so many different possibilities. But anyways, let's continue talking about the actual mod. So Monika low-key confesses to the MC, but he quickly turns her down and now Monika's upset because MC doesn't like literally anyone in the club and that includes her. Careful Monika, your ego is showing. Honestly, this is pretty funny because Monika is explaining why she's perfect if you want to take her home and show her off to your parents, but MC's like, nah bro, I sleep. And then Monika says, yeah that. And the MC rises! Gamers rise! MC is truly a gamer because even when Monika is tempting him, he still turns her down. He's based! Who let him cook? So Monika decides to play a game with MC, which is that if MC can take off her clothing items and along with her bra, using a super duper technique that he's been practicing, and if MC does anything to her, then he fails and has to date her. And trust me guys, it gets deeper, I swear. So the MC draws his Excalibur and uses the up-down-up combo in Friday Night Funkin', which allows him to use his ultimate jutsu, chat style, base transformation, Control Z. Oh god, Monika, what are you doing? This isn't your final form after all. Oh god, no! So even after all that, MC is just indifferent when looking at Monika, and she's very upset at that. Which makes sense, because yeah, she's literally perfect and anyone would be lucky to be in MC's situation. I obviously can't show anything for obvious reasons, I'm sorry. So while MC is looking at Monika, he notices that she has marks on her tummy. When he asks about it, we get tricked by Monika for a bit, saying that she was pregnant. Thank god that wasn't true. I was honestly very shocked when I first read it. But the real story is actually why I love this mod so much. So yeah, Monika has stretch marks because she wasn't always pretty. She actually trained really hard to lose all that weight because she was constantly getting bullied. And to top things off, she actually knew MC back then. They were actually friends. Monika, Sayori, and MC were all friends together back then. The MC says that he doesn't remember this, but of course he doesn't. Monika lost a lot of the weight and changed everything about her. When I first read all that, I was honestly shocked. There's a ton of reasons why Monika could even like the MC, but this is nothing like what I would have expected. Giving them actual history together, other than yeah, they had a class together, is interesting. And it also gives a reason why Monika pushes herself all the time to remain as the perfect idol that everyone knows. I don't think I've ever actually seen any of this from a Monika story. If you know any, then please tell me in the comments below, because I don't think I've ever seen any of this in any mods. I also just love this part because, as we've seen, the MC is sometimes an asshole. But now he's actually talking to Monika and getting to know her. He actually talks to her. He even mentions how it was stupid that people picked on her and that she's always been cool to be around. That's definitely not something the MC would say. I honestly love that Monika says that the MC did make fun of her, but not about being overweight, just about being a girl. Way to go, MC. What is wrong with you? We also learned that the reason why the MC was super nice in general was because of Sayori. She was constantly keeping him in check whenever they were all around each other. Monika then mentions one more time why she likes MC. It's because obviously she can't like Sayori, so he's the next best thing. The MC didn't make fun of her, he just teased her. He made her feel like a normal friend, made her feel like someone, made her feel like just a normal person. But obviously that was back then, so the MC asks why she likes him now, and she just simply puts that he's a risk. I mean, I guess. I get it though. And even the MC gets that too, but pushes her a little bit and really shows that just because he's being nice, that isn't really much of a reason to like someone. He then mentions that guy that Monika had mentioned before, the one she turned down, the one in the debate club, the one that was also perfect. He mentions that he was also nice to her, so why doesn't Monika like him? She then retaliates and mentions Sayori, and why doesn't the MC like her? They then talk for a little bit, and that's when we finally come to a realization. It never really was about taking a risk or being dangerous or living and all that. It was more than that. The MC realizes that he isn't a good person, and he wants better for Sayori. He doesn't want to be dating her and have her always put up with him. And as weird as this comment is, it's super funny, but wow, does it actually make me smile. You're being good to me right now. Dude, I left you topless and unsatisfied, but you're listening to me. You're comforting me. You're being good to me. It's so weird, especially out of context, but it feels, I don't know, it's just nice. After all, these two characters were butting heads in the beginning and hated each other, and now they're closer than ever. Now they actually understand each other. And now we start closing the story off with a really good ending. So Monika is worried that if she does ask out this guy, what if he doesn't like her? What if he doesn't like her and her scars? And the MC responds with, then it's a risk. Isn't that what you wanted? And Monika just smiles at him. And the MC also says that he doesn't mind the scars, so the guy probably won't either, especially since he's nicer. Dang. Just, wow. That's honestly incredible. The both of them agree to each other that they will ask out their crushes. Monika will ask that guy in the debate club, and MC will ask out Sayori. And as they cheer each other on, the MC asks one final question. Hey, Monika, are we friends now? You see me topless, so why not? The MC then runs out of the classroom and goes off to find Sayori to ask her out. And we fade to black, with one final message from the developer. Oh, come on! I honestly had a lot of fun reading this. I didn't think it would be really anything special, but I was very surprised and I'm really happy about that. I really want to continue making stuff like this in the future, so if you have any ideas of what I should do, please tell me in the comments below. Also, thank you so much for watching up until the end, I really do appreciate it. If you really did like the video, which I hope you did, then please share it around and please subscribe and leave a like and all that stuff. It really does help me out, so please consider doing so. But yeah, I guess I don't really have much more to say. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!